Hey y'all, welcome back to For the Fans Entertainment, where today we are going to break down the fifth episode of the challenge, Spies, Lies, and Allies, where we saw a vet get injured and taken out of the game, a couple new little hookups, and a pretty entertaining elimination. So, Frank, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. This episode, I thought it didn't have a lot of action, but it had a lot of hookups and drama. There was some good confessionals, so I'm ready to dive in.
Yeah, I think it's like a good setup episode for what's coming. So,
Yeah. I was a little bummed. I felt like last episode we were going to get some big blow up between Fessy and Josh, but sadly, I think that's next week.
yep, I think we got to wait a week. It's just festering in there and it's going to come to blows. I was wanting it for this one because last week I was like, I do not want this episode to be over. I am so ready to know what happens. And then we don't get any interaction between Josh and Fessy. Zero. So,
We get a little bit between Casey and Josh, but we'll get
little
into
between
that.
Casey and Josh, that little bit during the deliberation between Amber and Fessy, but not enough. I wanted all the drama served up on a platter, but we're just going to have to wait a week. So, this episode starts with Manuel reading his love letter from Michelle. So, are you still standing Michelle and Emmanuel?
Well, in my fantasies in my mind, it's happening. They're going to run away together, live happily ever after. But reality is no. They're probably never going to be a thing. Some stuff that I saw on Instagram with Amanda. Apparently, Michelle and Fessy might have had a little
Yeah.
hookup. So
Yeah, so I decided, like, once I saw the little love note, I was like, okay, let me look up, like, Michelle and Emmanuel, see if there's, like, anything going, like, on Instagram. So I, like, scrolled through her pictures to see if he'd been leaving comments. And I finally just Googled it because I didn't find anything. And it said that by the time he got off of the show and she was able to talk with him again, he already had a girlfriend. So, and she said she was hurt by it.
Was the girlfriend's name Tori? Because I saw her swooping in there trying
So the
to.
girlfriend's name might have been Tori. No, I'm kidding. They did not list a name, but that was interesting. That little producer interaction there where they were like, well, what are your feelings on Emmanuel? I was like, okay, they're definitely setting this up for a future hookup. This is what they do. They give you that little bit of tea and they come back and serve it later.
Yep.
So
And
I think this is for sure happening, but we're all with you, Tori. Like, Manuel, Michelle, y'all were never going to make it.
no. And Tori, I mean, didn't I say it earlier that if you perform well in these challenges, Tori's gonna want to hook up with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Emmanuel
And
is showing up, and I think that might happen.
yep, I think that's something that's probably going to come to fruition a little later. This is definitely Gabo's breakout episode. And I have to say, I quite enjoyed him. I quite enjoyed him in this episode. Like he's the type of personality that could only work on a television show. Like it's kind of hard to believe that there's people like Gabo in real life.
Yeah, yeah, there's only one of him in the whole world, and I'm so happy that he landed on the challenge.
So
And I think we'll see
happy.
him back in
Yeah,
future
I mean,
seasons.
I continue to be impressed by the rookies. I mean, they are definitely led by Emmy and Huey and probably Ed, but you know, Coriel had a good showing. Michelle, Michaela. I enjoy Logan. He may be a little too nice,
Yeah.
but you know, I enjoy Logan. I really liked what we got from Gabo this episode. So it's like, golly, these rookies are bringing it on the entertainment factor. They
Yeah.
really are. And we know
Yeah.
that the vets are going to. It's just right now the focus is so heavy on the rookies because they're in all these eliminations. So, but Gabo has a confessional where he says that he just wants cars, watches, and to party day and night, and that he can only have 2 vibes. And his 2 vibes are good vibes and gladiator. So, Frank, what would be your 2 vibes?
I would say gladiator. I probably got a gladiator side. I either want to be your best friend or destroy you.
So you're kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yes, definitely. I would definitely see myself as Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
So I would say that my 2 vibes are like sarcastic and tired. Like, those are the 2 words that I would use to describe myself. I'm either sarcastic or I'm sleepy. Like,
yeah, I think tired. I think after a certain age, everyone is just tired.
Yeah,
naps are amazing too. I mean, who doesn't love a good nap?
Yeah, exactly. We've reached that point of life, middle age. This is where we're at, y'all. So, Dragon Monkey says that Frank is the likable version of Paul from Big Brother.
Friendship.
All right. We do get this Amber and Josh talk in the rain, and I'm loving Verna's confessional while Amber is, pouring her heart out to Josh. And I don't know why I trusted Big Brother. Oh, I'm always at the bottom. Verna's like, I don't know what happened in her life, but you're a big baby. Damn, Verna.
Yeah.
Damn.
In the circus, they don't sugarcoat things in the circus. They're very blunt, apparently.
Yeah, so she just freaking brings it on Amber. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that Amber's being a whiny bitch, or do you think that she is in the right in here?
I think if she's doing it, I think that's a perfect thing to do to Josh. So whether she's doing it strategically or not, that's what you do with players like Josh that are very emotional. You play into that. But I don't think she's doing it strategically. I think she's just a bit overdoing it. Like I said earlier in an episode that we did, I just think she's a winner. Champions don't cry over people that can't finish a final. So
here's the thing is I think that Fessy and Casey are jealous of Amber because Amber came in and she did what they've not been able to do yet. And that's bring home a championship. So I think there's that level of jealousy there from them. But then I think Amber is a little bit possibly on the whiny side, maybe where she's used to people kind of catering to her and she's not getting that with them. And so she doesn't like it.
Yeah, she needs to cut it out because I'm a fan of her. But if she keeps up the Franzel vibes, I'm going to not be a fan.
Yeah, but I would like to make a public service announcement to Amber. You have on multiple occasions said that this is going to light a fire in your ass. And the saying is to light a fire under your ass. If it is in your ass, you probably had Taco Bell. Please let them light a fire under your ass. That motivates you. If it's in your ass, you're probably in the hospital. So
I did not catch that. Great catch, though.
It's been on multiple episodes. It's driving me crazy. So I'm gonna add her and let her know. So, but in this conversation, Josh says that he wants 3 things from Fessy. I fucked up. I'm sorry. And what can I do to make it right? So what are the odds that he is going to get any of those 3 from Fessy? Because I'm going to say 0% chance. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. When they have their first interaction and they talk about this, none of those things are going to happen. Josh will probably end up crying before the altercation's over. I'm calling that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he will cry before it, but he is definitely going to. He's definitely going to bring. He's going to bring all of the cuss words. He is going to go off, and he's going to, want to beat Fessy up, but then he's going to get held back, and it's going to be the whole thing that he always does. The tears will come later, I think. I don't think it'll come before. So, anyway, so we hinted that there is so much love in the air. And we've got Verna and RealiTEA still going strong. Amber and Jeremiah. Who else we have? Apparently, Ed and Emmanuel brewing. Yes, and then the best one. We've got Logan and Big T, and I'm here for it. I ship them. I've been a Big T fan. I've been a Big T fan from the beginning, and so this makes me happy to see her happy. And Logan is like a specimen of a person. And so I'm like, okay, Big T. Yes, girl.
What would their celebrity name be?
So, I mean, you got to probably take the big. So, like, Big Logan.
We need in the comments what their celebrity name should be.
Yeah. Yep. So, if you've got an idea of what it should be.
Dragon Monkey, get on it.
The UK gang. I was about to make a really stupid comment, but I'm not going to because I'm going to make fun of these people in a little while for not being able to do math. So I'm not going to make myself look stupid in the meantime. So I'm going to stop there. Oh, gosh. Okay. We also get a conversation with Nani and Huey. And just like me being a big fan of Big T, everyone knows I'm also a fan of Nani. And in this conversation, it really struck me why I like Nani as a player. We know that she's not the best in competitions. She's never won. But she has this ability to make people feel good about themselves. And I think that
when you perform like Nani, of course people are going to feel good about themselves.
Well, no, but I'm saying like her partners. She has good relationships with her partners, and like whenever she is talking to Huey, she's making Huey feel very valued to her as a partner. And
yeah, because she's gone so many seasons where she's been treated like shit. She knows how to treat people to motivate them and get them to do more.
Right, but you know, like the men that also. Many of them haven't won championships and they're so shitty to their partners. Like Nani does the exact opposite. Like she makes people feel so good about themselves. And you know what? That's just why I like her. Okay. And I like that she sometimes gets drunk and throws things too. Okay.
Well, we haven't seen that Nani in a while. And that's why I'm questioning, is Nani serving her purpose anymore? Because I've never been a Nani fan. I don't dislike Nani. It's just I've never been a fan because I don't think she used to bring like drama and fights and tears to the challenge, but now with her getting older and a lot more chill and mellow, she's really just there on vacation and she's getting close to the end, if not making to the end now.
Yeah, she's gonna have, like Anissa, she's also getting up there in age, but Anissa brings it in confessionals. Like she is a great narrator, especially since we're not getting Jimmy anymore on the regular
but I
feel
seasons.
I feel like Anissa is a good narrator, but I'm contrasting her to Nani. Nani doesn't have that storytelling ability like Anissa does.
Yeah.
And so if Nani's not going to be the drunk hot mess, then she's going to have to find her zone.
Yes.
And where she's going to fit in at. Because if you're not going to like kill it in competitions, you're not going to kill it in the confessionals. Like you got to find your arena. But I still love her. And I like how she treats Huey. And she's like, it's okay. Like you get scared, but you're not going to be scared anymore. You're going to get past it. And I'm like, okay, like she's probably been on the receiving end of being a shitty partner, and having someone be shitty towards her. And she does the opposite. So I like it. Just saying. So
I think that is the right way to motivate a partner.
Yeah.
I think when you build someone up, you're going to get more out of them.
Yeah. And we also get a little glimpse at our other new duo, Emmy and Gabo, and where Nani and Huey are kumbaya. Emmy and Gabo are.
The vibes aren't good.
They're not good. They're not vibing. Gabo's got two vibes, good vibes and gladiator. And Emmy does not bring out either of his vibes. So this is just, they're magnets. They cannot be.
What are Emmy's two sides?
Emmy's two sides are crazy and crazier. I
Crazy and kill you.
Yeah, crazy and kill you. Absolutely. So
but
this
we love
isn't
her.
it. We love her, because she's pure entertainment. So Emmy knows, like, straight up, we're screwed. We have got to win this daily challenge because we're 100% getting thrown in because we're the rookie duo. And Gabo, you got to step it up, more or less. She just lays it out there for him. And I love this about her. So what do you think? Do you think that before this happened, did you think there was any chance that they were going to win this daily challenge?
No, I think Devin, being the wise man that he is, said it best. They have 0% chance.
0% chance. I did like that confessional from Devin where he says, like, I'm pretty certain that they have both murdered somebody in their lives, but they are not going to be able to accomplish this. There's 0% chance. I don't remember exactly how he worded it, but it was really funny and spot on, probably for what a lot of people are thinking. So this daily challenge is called the Minefield. I am so over this theme. Like, why do they only have bombs that they have to detonate?
Pyrotech. I swear there was like a Black Friday sale on pyrotechnics one year, and they just stocked up, and they're just trying to get through all of it, I think.
Like, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's figure out a new theme for next year. Holy shit, like, I miss the days of exes and rivals and free agents, whatever. But
yeah,
can we just get away from the spy and secret agent theme because it's played up?
Yeah, I think hopefully we see survivors trying to reinvent themselves and kind of give us something fresh and new. I think the challenge and Big Brother, I think both of them need to kind of follow suit. And I know that's probably not a popular opinion, but I want something new. I want something
okay,
more.
Well, let's just talk about that then. Let's get off on a little rabbit trail. So I don't think of all of the 3 shows that we mostly cover with the challenge, Big Brother, and Survivor, I think Survivor is the last one that needed to reinvent themselves. Like, I think what Survivor's been doing is working for them. I understand you have to make it a little bit different because you do have a 2-week quarantine because of COVID. And so I think that's originally why the game was shortened down to 26 days. But now Jeff's like, I don't know if we'll ever go back to 39 days. And I don't know. There's some things you just don't screw with, and that's one of them. So
we'll talk about it after the season. I think everybody should go in with an open mind and see how it feels, see what it looks like.
I'm going to like it, but I just think that they didn't need to reinvent themselves. Big Brother really, really needs to go to the drawing board. Casting was a lot better this season, but
yeah,
like, let's let them go back to being more natural in the DR, and they don't have to be so gimmicky. And we need some new competitions. Like, they need to go back to the drawing board for real.
Maybe a new host.
I mean, I don't feel like Julie Chen Moonves impacts the game at the same level that, like, TJ's a badass. He's what they need for the challenge. Jeff Probst is, bar none, like, phenomenal. And so, Julie has such a small role. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And she's just like a staple. So I don't have a problem with it one way or another.
I just feel like, and I know we're way on to another show.
Here we go, y'all.
I do think that, like, just the past few seasons, there's awkward moments and awkward vibes. And that's a turnoff for a lot of people, is
she's
feeling
not
awkward for other people.
She's not a great host. Like, she's not. No. But, she's like the face of Big Brother. Like, Jeff is the face of Survivor. So, I don't know.
There are a few other faces that could take over as host.
I feel like if it was driven by the host, it would be different. And Julie would have been out of job a long time ago. But anyways, okay, we're gonna go on from
Back to the challenge.
Back to the challenge. Back to this daily challenge. The minefield. They have to kind of go through like a Tough Mudder type course where they're crawling through mud, they're climbing over walls, and they get their puzzle pieces. They have to assemble, pull in a little chest, solve a math problem, relay it to their partner, detonate their bomb.
I like this challenge. It's just these challenges are hard to follow this season. Like,
yeah,
you're not. It was just a montage of a bunch of action clips from the challenge. Is what the whole challenge that we saw was, just montage of clips. People jumping off the wall. But I want to see the race happen. I want to know who's in the lead, who's falling behind. It was entertaining, but had everyone been good at math, I don't think the challenge would have been entertaining at all.
Yeah, they do always like to throw that in, and there's definitely some people struggling here. But let's just
we can't blame all of them though, because some of them learned circus in school and not math.
Holy shit. Okay, so let's just talk about Verna for a minute. First of all, like Verna physically, and I mean, I know that like 5 episodes in, I should know what show they come from, but I cannot keep them all straight with all the new rookies. I did not realize that Verna was also Survivor. And so like seeing her competing like that, I'm pretty impressed with her as a competitor. She definitely has the drive, and like she does look like she said she looked like a little monkey climbing through that mud, and she did. Like she threw her little puzzle piece through there, and she was like, looked like one of the little munchkins in The Wizard of Oz. Right on
the
through
munchkin
that
or the monkey? The
munchkins are the people. She looks like the monkey.
Like a dragon monkey.
Here we go. Now I'm going to make fun of how stupid these people are. Excuse that.
Poor Gabo. I think he's still trying to work out that math problem.
Yeah, some things just aren't for everybody. And
I love these, like, sitting there, like, just looking at his hands, counting with them. It's like,
Yep. So, before we get to the math, though, we have Anissa's fall from the wall. And obviously, as soon as Anissa fell, I was like, okay, this is going to be a man's only elimination. She's not coming back. I tried watching this in slow motion, and I don't exactly understand how she dislocated her shoulder, because I don't feel like she landed on her arm, but I mean, maybe it was when she was falling.
Yeah. I had vibes that someone was going to get hurt, but I didn't think it was her. It was the first, like, them going over the wall. I think it was Fessy, and the music changed, and the way Fessy was going down. I thought Fessy was going to hurt his ankle or foot or something, and then it didn't happen, and I was like, oh, that was weird. I wonder why I thought that, and then she got injured.
Because they did do some weird music where I was like, okay, are they not going to do this? Like, what's happening here? That was interesting. But Anissa falls. She dislocates her shoulder. She's not able to continue. Anissa's a tough old bird, like we saw when CT demolished her in Champs versus Pros and, like destroyed her ankle. She'll be back. No worries. But a little sad.
I hope not.
I feel sad for Anissa because I feel like this is the first time she actually got a good supportive partner. And Logan genuinely, I think, wanted to be with Anissa. And so
he wants to be with a vet.
He wants to be with a vet, but
he wants to be with a vet. And she's probably a good vet socially to have in the house. But I don't think she should come back. I don't. Not at all. I think she should do the podcast, maybe an after show, talk to people, but I don't think she should come back.
Well, that's a take.
I know a lot of people love her, but I just think that I think she should run her course.
I love her commentary. I love her commentary. I'd like to see her get a win so that she can sail off into the sunset. But
it won't happen. Maybe All Stars. She might get a win on All Stars, but it ain't going to be on this one.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So back to the maths. So yes, we get this confessional from Verna that's like, I didn't take math in school. I did circus. Like,
And then you have CT pulling his hair out, like,
what? Like, what country? What country is this? That you just do the circus and they don't teach you any math? Because, girl, you need to be able to do simple math as opposed to being able to walk on a tightrope. I do not understand.
they should have, like, take turns working the ticket booth, so at least they get some basic math skills down.
Right.
Just because you're on trapeze doesn't get you out of doing admissions.
It is literally like the foundation of being an adult is being able to do simple math. I mean, we're not talking like I wasn't great at math, but I can get by enough that I can add and subtract and divide and multiply. Wow. And then Gabo also.
He just didn't finish high school. He's just like, not gonna lie. I didn't finish that shit.
This is where I was like, you know what? Yep, this is it for Gabo. Like, Gabo is going to have to make a career of being on television shows because he doesn't have it anywhere else. Like,
I really think he's got endless possibilities. And if MTV dries up, hit up 90 Day Fiance, bro. I'm sure you can get a couple seasons out of that.
Yeah, so
I'll be your agent.
Stay in your lane, Gabo. This is definitely where you need to be, though. And so we'll see. So anyways, even though Verna is over here, whatever, I don't know if she had to like relay the math problem to CT to be able to get the answer, because that's what I probably would have told my partner. Like, hey, if you can't figure it out, tell me what it is and I'll figure it out for you.
They both have? That's
yeah, they both had to solve a problem, but I was like, maybe Verna ran over and was like, hey, CT, it's 848 plus 57 divided by 3. Like, and let CT figure it out and know that that's what his code is. Like, if you can bring me the numbers, I'll solve it for you.
I thought that maybe it was the same one and he just told her, like, he got the combination and then told her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was very hard to follow. Somehow
they got through this and CT's like, step back, Bertha. It's time for me to do my thing. And he whips together this puzzle and that's it. They're the daily challenge winners. And CT, first of all, can we talk about CT and how good he's looking? Because he went from dad bod to like early 2000 CT in a summer.
Yeah, he looks very intimidating.
Very intimidating.
Very focused. Like, we haven't seen a lot of him on this season, but...
Right. He looks like he's in his old form, and he was winning the last couple seasons not in tip-top shape. So, like, I feel like these little boys got something coming to them.
And I feel like he's been dealing with people like Bananas and West that are also a little faded. And I think Fessy coming into this pond has made him like, all right, I gotta fucking knock the dust off and destroy these kids.
Yeah, let me just put them in their place. So he does. All right, so we get a conversation with Josh and Logan, and Josh tells us like, hey, yeah, I did have all of my eggs in the Big Brother basket, but I'm trying to do some things on the side here too. And I've been seeing so many comments on Facebook. So many people are like falling in love with Josh because of what he did with Fessy. Like, all it takes is like for one person to be more hated than you, and then all of a sudden you're not the bad guy anymore. And Josh is reaping this right now because he has like shot up in people's opinions because he went off on Fessy. And the thing you got to give Josh is he's loyal AF and he is strategic. Because he knows, like Devin said, like our best chances are against each other. And he knows that he is not going to be able to ever win against some of these other people. And so he has to work with what he's got. He's not going to be the most physical, so he's got to have the relationships. And somehow, some way, he pulls it off.
Yeah, he's growing on me, and I don't like how it feels. I just want to go back to hating him. It was a lot. Life was easier and simpler when I just woke up every day and didn't like Josh.
Well, I couldn't even like tweet out anything towards him because he blocked us on Twitter. So
He hasn't blocked me yet, so if we need to get through to him.
John, I didn't even hate you, so I don't know why you blocked us, but okay. But Logan is talking to Josh, and he's like, this is probably going to be a male-only elimination. Like, I think that the house is going to vote in Gabo and Emmy, so this seems like a good opportunity for me to be able to get to choose my partner. So I want to go in against Gabo, beat him, and then be able to choose my new partner. And Josh is like, no, don't do that. Like, don't throw that out there yet because people are going to latch on to this. Don't tell anybody else this. But apparently Logan doesn't listen.
Yeah, and I think Logan's was on the right path. I think that move is 100% the right move, is going in against Gabo. But he should have kept his mouth shut until after the house vote.
Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't. So, anyways, to the club we go. This is really our only moment where we get much from Ed this episode, and we get Ed's dance moves.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Ed is a white boy, okay?
And
like a white boy.
But fearless. He is fearless on the dance floor, and Emmanuel apparently he's a professional dancer, and Ed needs some dance lessons.
I'm like, Emmanuel, show us. Like, we want to see your dance moves.
We have been seeing him. I think he's fantastic.
I want to see him dance in a confessional like Ed did. Like, Ed stood up off of his chair and he busted out the dance moves in his confessional, and that's just all I want to see.
Yeah, Emmanuel in the confessionals is definitely a lot more like, he's like a shy person. He's kind of like giddy, and
this underlying evilness to him. And maybe I'm completely judging him by how he looks, but I feel
face
like
tattoos is the devil.
Face tattoos, you're evil, okay? But I feel like he's like a schemer, and he's like, but he keeps things close to his vest, and so I want to see him unleash some of this. But anyway, so Ed's big moment dancing. All right, so
I think Emmanuel is like kind of like Bear on Adderall.
Just it's there, but it's
he's
held
on
back.
His medication, yeah.
He's on his medication, so it's like under control. We've got it under wraps. All right, so in the club, Devin has a conversation with Gabo, and Gabo's like, yeah, me and Emmy, we can't get along, so it's fine, just vote us in. And Devin's like, it's working perfectly. Like, they're voting themselves in now. We don't even have to say their names.
Yeah, they were it was him, CT, and who else? They were like celebrating at their little table about it.
Yeah, they're like, this is great. Our plan's going perfectly. We don't even have to. Bob says, I guess we're not getting matching face tattoos. So one of those little things popped up on Facebook, like, who's your third at? And, you have to get a tattoo with them. And Bob was my third at, and we have to get matching tattoos. So, no, I don't want to get a matching face
Phil
tattoo.
tagged me as his third. And I told him we could get a For the Fans tattoo.
Yeah, there you go. Like, I would be open to getting a matching tattoo, just not on my face, ever. Okay, so, okay, we got this question here from Sam. Do you think Ashley could win this season? I think Ashley has the potential to win any season.
So, I think Ashley, when she came into the challenge, I think she was extremely lucky. I think she made her money, and I don't think Ashley will be making money anytime soon or ever again in the challenge. That's my take. I've never been an Ashley fan. I know you love her. A lot of people love her.
I don't necessarily love her. I love Nani. I enjoy Ashley. I enjoy Amanda. Like, I enjoy the personalities more than the gameplay.
See, I like the Laurels and the Emilys. That's what I'm here for.
No, I'm here for the entertainment.
If I want crazy women, which is what Ashley is, I'm gonna watch Bad Girls Club. Like, that's that's what I go.
Maybe I need to watch Bad Girls Club.
Oh, you should. It's my guilty pleasure. Not gonna lie, I never in my life thought I would watch it. But my wife was watching it. One episode, I was hooked. Like, I'm like, the next episode,
I just need to check
these girls jumping the next girl that comes in the house, and yeah, there's more fighting in that than the. I
don't necessarily need like physical fighting, but I like arguments. But then I like the arguments mixed with strategy too. So, anyways, we're off on another little rabbit trail there. Okay, guys. So after the club, we finally get it, y'all. Logan says, Big T, do you want to come lay in my bed for a little while?
Cuddle session.
A little cuddle sesh. And they consummate their relationship. And now they're a thing. And I'm here for it. We asked Dragon Monkey to come up with her name earlier. Oh, I'm trying to find it. Espanol Tula. And so I think that's a great name for them. So, okay, so we get that hookup. We get Josh and Casey finally have a conversation together. So what do you think about their little tiff between former best friends?
I don't know. I think Casey just doesn't give a fuck because she knows that she's in with Nani, and I think she's well protected within the vets. I don't think anybody's going to come after her. I think she's siding with Fessy because she knows Fessy is more of an asset to her in winning money in the future. And I think Casey's all about the money. I think Josh really sincerely 100% looking out for her and Fessy before anyone else. I think that's sincere and honest. I don't think she's correct in that he was all about selfish about him.
Right. That's my thing is like Josh was loyal AF and you can't take that away from him. So I don't think he's being selfish here. He's trying to keep the group together because he knows there's power in numbers. He's not ever the most threatening. So might as well keep all my little friends around. So anyways, Casey's like, we don't even need to speak again for the rest of the show. Okay. And
I think that she's going to regret this when her and Nani eventually are not connected at the hip. It's going to this fight is going to impact her unless she can mend those ties, because I think Josh is going to continue to come back season after season. He's not going to unlatch from the challenge, I don't think, anytime soon. No. And I think that without Nani, I don't think Casey really has a leg to stand on socially. I think she's just going to be a strong partner, and I think that's the only way she moves forward in these games.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, we can get into more on Casey in a little while, but time for the deliberation. And Logan decides to speak up, and he's like, "I don't mind going in, but asterisk, I don't want to be the houseboat because I want to go against Gabo, and I don't feel confident that y'all will give me Gabo." And I was like, very smart, except that you shouldn't have vocalized so much that you wanted to go in, because I definitely would have screwed you over and I would have thrown somebody else down there. Like, oh, okay, Logan, meet Emmanuel. Because that's 100%. What you could have done. It makes no sense to throw Gabo in there, because then you have another rookie duo next week that you can throw in again. Throw in Gabo the next week. I would have screwed Logan over so hard here. and giving him some very, very stiff competition.
Yeah, the vets definitely could have delivered another haymaker to the rookies, but they just chose not to. And later on, the rookies had an opportunity to take a blow at the vets, and it didn't happen. We'll talk about that later, though.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but I'm hoping it is. So, and Fessy's like, you know what? Logan, CT, he's a stand-up guy. And if he says this is going to be straightforward and you're going to be the house vote and Gabo's name is who they're going to say, he's going to throw you in because we are all straight-up guys in here and we are playing a straight-up game.
Scout's honor.
Amber B is like, who the hell is who? You are not. Can we rewind this? Because what the hell did you just say?
Previously on the challenge.
The Veteran Alliance. Fessy, who would you like to send in? Amber B. Okay, Fessy. He's delusional. And he's
talking out his ass.
He's talking out his ass, and this is why people don't like you, Fessy. Because of shit like this. Like, own it. Be like, hey, Amber, I don't like how we left things last season. I don't trust you. I don't trust that you're going to have my back. So I'm going to try to take a shot at you before you take a shot at me. Like, be a man. Own it. It didn't work. You swung. You missed. But, come on, man. Yeah. What are you doing?
He shut the fuck up, though.
Yeah. So, Gabo makes a comment of, if I win, I'm going to take my partner Nani back. And Huey is like, you know what? I don't feel like I'm going to be featured in this episode. I better step my game up. And for no reason at all, Huey goes off on Gabo and is like, Gabo, you're my friend. I would never do that to you. And he just loses his shit on Gabo. And I'm like, look at Nani.
On everybody. He's losing this shit on everyone, I felt like. Yeah.
Huey is a whole ass mess.
Yeah, and his face gets so red.
He is like, you're trying to make me out to be a liar. I'm not a liar. And just like, no, he's
Nani's
not.
Sitting there loving it. Did you see her face? Her face. I saw her face. It was a clip of like Huey with her like in the background, and she is just cheesing so in love with this.
Yeah, this is great for Nani. She's like, finally. I don't care if it's Gabo and Huey. Like, I'm glad that two people are seeing my worth in this show. Maybe Gabo with his popcorn muscles, and it may be Huey with his big fake butt, but I love it. So,
yeah, and this is a weird reality. Like, I feel like this season, like everyone wants to be on a teammate with the weirdest.
Yeah, with Nani and Devin. Those are the hot commodities. And obviously the vets have some type of strategy here where they have influenced this in some type of way. I have a strong feeling of that. So, anyways, Logan is the compromised agent. He's going to be going into the elimination, and Big T comes to the realization of, oh gosh, my little snuggle buddy may not come back, and it seems our girl Tula has caught feelings. I've purposely not gone and looked it up, but I really, really hope that they're still together. I honestly love this. Like, Big T seems like such a nice, genuine person, and so does Logan, and I hope that they get married and have beautiful babies.
Yeah, but, I mean, do you think that anyone is going to meet on the challenge and have it change their life so much to where they're moving to the other side of the world to live with them?
Well, I mean, I don't feel like Spain and Great Britain are that far apart.
Oh, yeah, Big T. Big T. I'm thinking, okay. Yeah.
Like,
Big T doesn't live in the States.
Yeah, definitely closer than, like, Paulie in Jersey moving to Wyoming with Cara.
Yeah, that... Is it... I want to know how close they are, because I feel like
Dragon
Even
Monkey.
if you lived on the opposite
Dragon
side.
Monkey is across the pond. He can tell us how close they are.
If you're the distance of Texas apart, I think it would be challenging. And I don't.
Well,
Car is
anyways,
weird too. Let's not use car as a reference.
I'm hopeful that we see beautiful babies made between Logan and Big T. I absolutely adore them. Okay?
They'd be gorgeous babies.
I want all the best things for Big T. She's quickly becoming one of my favorites. Because once again, I'm not here necessarily for the great competitors. I'm here for the entertainment and Big T's entertainment.
Have you seen her original show and season?
No. What of the challenge or from whatever show she came from?
Shipwreck.
Dragon Monkey can confirm he has had a Spanish girlfriend. It ended after the short time she was here.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought you were going to say with can confirm. Anyways, hoping for the best, expecting the worst. So, anyways, we go into this elimination, and we've seen this one before. I feel like maybe last season, but now I can't think of exactly who it was, but where you have to climb up, look at the puzzle, go back down, and complete it. Maybe it was like a partner one, and the partner had to like lift the person up, tell them the colors. We've seen a variation of this anyways. So do you think once CT says Gabo's name and Gabo goes down into the lair and Gabo sees it's a puzzle, he's immediately like, fuck, I'm so screwed. So do you think there's any chance Gabo is going to beat Logan here?
I 100% felt very confident that Logan was coming back.
Right. This is going to be a blowout. He is going to kill him. He is going to be able to fly up this rope. He's going to get it on the first try. Like Logan seems so put together and like just smart.
He did make me nervous though when he said that like, oh, I'm just going to do this with just my arms. I 100% got nervous a little bit because I was like, is that really a good idea? Why not use your legs?
So, I mean, the last time I climbed a rope, I was probably in about the 3rd grade, and luckily it had the little knots, so you just had to, like, make it to the next rung up, and that's about the only way my ass would be climbing up a rope. And so, Logan was like, hey, I'm training to be a fireman, and I can just use my arms, and he just do-do-do-do. No problem on that first time. And pretty sure Big T had an orgasm right there. Because they flipped to her and she's like, oh my gosh. And this is why I love her. Right there.
Gabo, though, also brought it. When it comes to climbing the rope, Gabo didn't use legs either. He was all straight arms, and he's proven that they're more than popcorn.
Yep, they are, but Gabo reveals that his storage is full.
Yeah.
Full songs, y'all. No room.
If Gabo was an external hard drive, how many gigs would it be? How many songs can it hold?
He's definitely like an 8 gigabyte.
You got like the different versions of the iPhone.
He's like a generation 1.
Yeah.
So poor Gabo.
The store is giving him away free at this point.
Yeah. So he's like, I can't do this. But surprisingly, Gabo doesn't do that terrible. This isn't exactly a puzzle. I mean, this is go up, remember a few shapes, come back down, and match them.
How many times did they go up and down? Because
it had to have been a lot.
There was five rows of 5, right?
Yeah, I think it was 25 pieces.
So it's very simple to me. I go up, I'm planning, I'm going up that rope 5 times.
You would have
max.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of the shapes are very similar to each other, and it is once you get down there, like, oh shit, like, was the circle open over here, or was it open over here? Like, I know there's little things like that, but
if you approach it smart, you would do memorize 5, do the first row, and then when you go up the second time, check the first row, memorize the second, go back down. But one thing they're doing when they're up there, they're just holding on, trying to memorize. What it was driving me nuts is if they would just wrap that rope around their legs, you can lock yourself in there to where then you could take it off your arms for a little bit and just sit up there, breathe, memorize, go back down.
You want to know who should have been shouting some tips? The circus girl. Because she would have been like,
she probably could have spun up. You know how they do like
I can wrap it around my ankle and then I can just hang upside down and I will know all of the puzzle pieces. So Verna, where you at, girl? You should have definitely spoke up because this was your chance.
Yeah.
But Logan gets pretty gassed out here and he is definitely like, I cannot go up this rope anymore. And so he is just changing them. Like,
yeah, and I was so nervous. I was like, stop that.
Like, what are you doing? And I mean, I cannot believe he was honestly so gassed that he was like, I cannot physically, for $1 million, pull my ass up this rope one more time. Like, and I say that with the fact that I could not.
I wish we could know how far off Gabo
Yeah, they need to like show us like when Gabo got a check and his was wrong, like, could you please pull the big brother and like highlight what's wrong for us?
Yeah.
Thanks. Follow us for more tips. But yeah, so I don't know how close Gabo was. Like, was he just randomly throwing shit up there or was he close? I don't know. But I was like, Logan, get your ass up that rope. Knowing I could never pull myself up the rope, but you're on the television competing for this and I'm not. And so I get to talk shit to you.
And you said you've been practicing this.
Yes, like you're a fireman. Like there's a child up there, Logan. Get up that rope.
I was gonna say a cat's on fire, but a child, yeah.
Big T's in the burning building. Go save her. But he manages. He climbs up. He digs deep. He goes up. He figures out what it is one last time, and Logan wins. And the end of the road for Gabo. And Gabo does, though, get the confessional of the night. We will be giving our awards in a minute. Yeah. But spoiler alert, I'm going to go ahead and give you mine. Because Gabo, when he rings in to get his check from TJ, Mr. TJ's, dear Mike, the situation.
I will GTL for the rest of my life if you give me this.
Please let this be correct. Wow, not expecting that. So he is from Geordie Shore, which is Hungary's version of Jersey Shore. But wow, I did not realize that this was someone that was idolized.
No, exactly. If you're going to pray to one of them, why not Pauly D?
Clearly, Pauly D is the best one. Or Snoop. Okay? Like, there's only two options. Mike the Situation is not it. But
no.
He is for Gabo.
With Pauly D, you get Vinny, too. It's a package deal, and we love it.
Yeah. So, there's many of y'all know. If not, we'll talk about it now. Frank and I are both preacher's kids. So, we're probably not going to be praying to Mike the Situation. But, Frank, if you had to be praying to a person besides God, who would you be praying to?
Wow. That's a good question. I would have to say the Golden God. David the Golden God. I mean, it only makes sense.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, whenever something comes to mind, like
Johnny Bananas, maybe? Johnny Bananas. Yeah, I'd pray to Bananas.
Dear Johnny Bananas, please let this be right. Like, that would have been more fitting, but at least he chose an MTV personality. But I can't help it whenever someone, like, says a funny prayer, I always think, like, dear 8-pound, 10-ounce baby Jesus.
Dear baby Jesus.
That's what I think.
I like my baby Jesus.
Yeah, so that's probably who I would pray to, the 8-pound, 10-ounce baby Jesus. So, anyways, all right. So, Gabo, see you later. Hope to see you again.
Give us that flex, and then you're out.
Yeah, and then you're out. Time for Logan to infiltrate. I'm hoping this is where we both have the same thought.
Yes. Why not?
There is
Why not?
There is one veteran team left.
Amber B, come here.
No.
Who? Amber B and Josh.
They're not together anymore.
Who are they with?
I don't remember.
So who's that? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Is go with the vet team.
Amanda and Kyle are the only vet team left.
So yeah, then you take Amanda.
Take Amanda!
Yeah.
And then the vets have to turn on each other. What are you doing? But no, Logan decides to take Nani. And Huey's like, blasphemy! I did not see this coming from the quiet one. I thought it was the loud one that was going to take my partner.
Yeah.
This is so random. Why? Why did they take Nani?
Do you think the vets are going to let this be like a smokescreen for the next episode? And just let like the rookies continue to go at it?
Yes. Like if they are smart, they will just let this continue to happen. Like they are not seeing that the best matchup for them, all one rookie, just one, has to do is to figure out, hey, one of y'all steals Amanda and the other one steals Kyle, and they have to turn on each other. Now, if you're already in a vet rookie relationship, I guess you're probably not wanting to choose a non-vet. But if you go down there, you're going to choose a vet. So choose Kyle, choose Amanda. Like Kyle's not the worst person to go with. And
yeah. What probably happened was Devin was probably sitting there pointing to Nani. So that's what they did. That's my only.
Okay, here we go. So, but the good news is with Logan choosing Nani, we get the duo of the year, Huey and Emmy, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Nothing can go wrong here.
No, they're not winning the daily challenge, so they're probably going to be the house vote.
Yeah. It's so great. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what happens with this because those two working together is all I've ever needed.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's going to be a lot of confessionals from the two of them next week.
It's going to be so much fun. So let's do our awards and then we can read through some of the comments.
So I think we're both in agreement. Confessional of the week is going to Gabo.
And like the situation. By far the funniest one. So yes.
I think at the end of all this, we should go back and look at all our awards and then do the overall season because that's got to be a front runner.
Yeah, that one was great. Good for him.
Yes.
All right.
Our Comp Beast Award.
What is it? Comp Beast Award.
Comp Beast. I'm going with CT.
I'm going to give it to Bertha.
For me, it's got to be CT because not only did he crush the Tough Mudder, he also did the puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it probably does go to CT, but for fun's sakes, we're going to give it to Bertha. All right. What's the next one?
The next one is Playmaker. I'm going to say Logan because he knew the best thing for him was to go in while he's going to have a weak opponent and be able to pick his partner.
Yeah.
Who would you give it to?
Maybe I'm going to give it to Josh because I feel like he's setting things up for down the road.
He told him not to. I'd say.
But he didn't want to risk losing him, and I feel like Josh is like laying the groundwork for many weeks down the road. So, whatever.
Dragon Monkey, will you break that tie for us? Because I don't like that one. I don't like that tie. But our next award is going to be Biggest Beef. I guess this week would have to be the Casey Josh breakup.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Fessy
really
and Gabo. I mean, Huey and Gabo get the best compliment.
Oh yeah.
But since Gabo's gone, we can give it to Fessy and Casey because it'll be interesting to see Fessy and Casey. I just want to say Fessy's name. Casey and Josh and see where it goes.
And then Rookie of the Week.
Rookie of the week.
I think it should go to Gabo since he's not with us no more.
No, it doesn't.
Very entertaining.
Maybe Logan again. We're
Logan?
definitely.
I'd be okay with Logan.
We're seeing some of the rookies definitely falling behind. Like Bettina, 0 storyline. Priscilla, really not much of a storyline.
She gets a couple confessionals though every episode.
Yeah, she gets a couple. It's like they really want her to be big, but she just doesn't have it right now. Jeremiah, you're useless. Esther, she was invisible this episode. So, Logan?
We can give it to Logan, but
yeah,
rookies.
This episode wasn't just super stellar.
We might start if no one can deliver. I think moving forward, no one gets an award. I'm fine with that.
We don't hand out participation trophies.
No.
So if you don't earn it, you don't get it. All right, let me scroll through some of these comments. If y'all have any questions, thoughts, drop them in the chat.
Yes, I do have a note that I think the Huey Emmy team name, Team Crazy Pants.
For real.
Why can't I see the comments?
Because
is it because I'm on?
Dragon Monkey, Kylie should work in reality casting. Yes.
Obviously. Yes, so she can cast me.
He also says, can we mention how one sentence from Kyle makes a whole episode at least a 7 out of 10? Kyle has some of the best lines. He's so entertaining. I don't like the episodes where he doesn't have a lot of screen time, and he didn't have a lot this episode.
Dawn said Verna is Rookie of the Week.
Yeah, Verna's probably up there too. Every show seems to be casting less rebellious people now willing to say anything. And that's like definitely the problem that you see. Like you watch those old seasons of Big Brother and, you know, these big blow-ups and these fights and, you know, just even little things like Janelle, you know, give me that key, bitch. Like just classic one-line zingers. That's what we don't get enough of now. And we need more people like that.
That's because the new generations, they're used to taking their time behind a keyboard to come up with the zingers. They're not like used to coming off
off the top of the dome. When will we get a CT Fessy elimination? I hope that we do get one eventually, and it needs to be like a hall brawl or like let him
pole wrestle. I want pole wrestle.
Yes,
the two of them in a
pole wrestle. Let us have a Fessy backpack situation, whatever it needs to be. That's what we need.
I think Hall Brawl would be entertaining, but that's too much. It's boom, it's over. I want pole wrestle because I think that would last for hours.
Yeah, it would be really entertaining. So, all right. Well, I think that will wrap it up. Y'all make sure that you are subscribed so you get the notifications every time we go live. We will be bringing more content coming up for Survivor in a couple weeks. We'll continue our challenge recaps, but we are excited for all the things coming up. And you can also like us on Twitter and Instagram. It's at RealiTEA, RealiTEA_TK. And you can also join our Facebook group. It is in the description below. And you can find out everything that we have going on with our drafts, game nights, all that good stuff. So we will be back next week for another recap. And we'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.